Okay, today I am back again, this time with a very serious update on a previous recall, as well as a very serious disease outbreak warning. These are two major things that are going on that we need to be aware of. You need to know the symptoms, the seriousness of it, and what to do if you think you may be infected as far as the outbreak is concerned, and what to stay away from with the recall. On July 18th of 2025, there was a recall by King Cheesecake Company for several of their cakes. And as of August 7th, 2025, the FDA has upgraded that recall to their highest alert, and this recall is still ongoing. The Texas-based company issued a voluntary recall on 6 products because the pecans may have been contaminated in these products. It was upgraded to a Class 1 risk. That is the highest risk given by the FDA. The risk means that there is probable cause to believe that exposure to a possibly contaminated product will cause serious adverse health consequences or even death. The products were recalled due to the possibility of salmonella contamination. Salmonella bacteria can cause gastrointestinal illnesses and fever called salmonellosis. Symptoms usually appear within 12 to 72 hours of being contaminated, and it will usually last from 4 to 7 days. Symptoms can include diarrhea, fever, and abdominal cramps. People that may experience more severe effects from salmonellosis may suffer from high fever, aches, headaches, lethargy, rashes, and blood in their urine. Infections can become fatal on rare occasions. The FDA reports that about 450 people die each year from salmonellosis. The recall included the following products: assorted layer cakes, Italian layer cakes, carrot layer cakes, tres leches cheesecake, hummingbird layer cake, and chocolate tres leches cheesecake. The products were manufactured between June 20th and July 17th, 2025. They were distributed in Alabama, Texas, Florida, Louisiana, Oklahoma, and Illinois. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention states that in some people, the illness can be so severe that they must be hospitalized. If you feel that you have been in contact with any of these cakes, any of these possibly contaminated products, the FDA gives the following advice. Wash the inside walls and shelves of your refrigerator, cutting boards, and countertops. Utensils that may have contacted contaminated foods. Then sanitize them with a solution of 1 tablespoon of chlorine bleach to 1 gallon of hot water. Dry with a clean cloth that has not previously been used. People and pets should take special care to avoid cross-contamination when preparing their pet's food. Be sure to pick up and thoroughly wash food dishes as soon as pets are done eating, and prevent children, the elderly, and any other people with weak immune systems from handling or being exposed to the food or pets that have eaten potentially contaminated food. If you have any of these products, please do not consume them. Return them to the place of purchase. I'm going to stop here before we get into the outbreak to ask that you please share this video out in case someone else purchases any of these types of cakes. This is very serious when the FDA upgrades a recall and then states that it is ongoing. That means it's still going on. You could have these cakes. Cakes are highly freezable, so you could have had one, cut it in half, and froze the other, or anyone else had. We need to get the information out to as many people as possible. And if you are not subscribed to the channel, take a second and subscribe so that you will be able to get this information as soon as I present it. Now, there has been an outbreak of Legionnaire's disease, which is a very serious form of pneumonia. It is caused by Legionella bacteria. Right now, the outbreak is in New York, and it has caused 3 deaths and 73 hospitalizations. The risk may be low for most people, but if you live in a certain zip code, your risk may be higher at this particular point in time. If you work or live in any of the zip codes that I will be reading off shortly, and you are experiencing any flu-like symptoms, seek care from your healthcare provider immediately. Legionnaires' disease is a type of pneumonia, and it comes from bacteria growth in water. Legionnaires' disease causes flu-like symptoms and complications from the disease, and it can be fatal. There already have been 3 deaths. People who inhale mist that contains Legionella bacteria can get sick. Water with Legionella contamination may include cooling towers, showers, and hot tubs. Window air conditioners do not spread the bacteria that causes Legionnaire's disease. Most people who are exposed to the bacteria do not develop Legionnaire's disease, and it is not contagious. You cannot get it from someone else. You cannot get Legionnaire's disease by drinking water. You are at a high risk of Legionnaire's disease if you are 50 years or older, if you smoke, have chronic lung disease, have a weakened immune system, take medications that weaken the immune system. Legionnaire's disease symptoms include fever, chills, muscle aches, and a cough. You may also have headaches, fatigue, loss of appetite, confusion, and/or diarrhea. If you have any of these symptoms, seek medical attention right away. You are especially at risk if you are a smoker or have a medical condition that affects your breathing. As far as prevention goes, there is no vaccine or medicine that can prevent Legionnaire's disease. The best way to prevent it is through thorough, proper maintenance of water systems where Legionella may grow. Now, in New York City, the zip codes where this outbreak is currently are zip code 10027, 10030, 10035, 10037, and 10039. Again, please, if you are experiencing any of these symptoms and you work or live in any of those zip codes, please seek medical attention right away. This is a serious outbreak. They have already had 73 cases and 3 deaths. And that is not to say it won't spread to other zip codes. This is not to say that this outbreak will not be updated or upgraded to include more areas. So please be aware. Again, I absolutely 100% cannot stress this enough. This is not about fear mongering. This is not about, oh, I'm scared. I don't want to drink the water. I don't want to eat. I don't want to leave my house. This is about knowledge, because knowledge is power. And this is why I ask that you share the videos out. We have to spread the word, okay? Because it takes a lot of research to gather this information, and everyone doesn't have the time, the wherewithal, or whatever to do so. But that doesn't mean they do not need to be aware. So please share the video out. Watch the video on the screen for more information about other recalls. And if you are not subscribed to the channel, take a second and subscribe to the channel so that you can make sure that you are always updated and aware. I'm Pam, and you're watching Pam's Pop-Ups.